topic.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name's Alchemy. Happy Friday. We're chilling. Let's get on into it. What's up? How are you? Thank you so much for stopping in and saying what's up and coming to hang out for a bit with me. I really appreciate it. Sorry, this is kind of quiet. Testing. Hold up. Turn that up just a bit. Okay, there we go. Yeah, happy Friday. We're going to do some kind of production. I do want to try to do some, I do want to start something. Start some shit. No, but feeling like making something today outside of just music, or sorry, outside of just sounds. But we'll start with the brass thing as soon as we get through the quick play spells. Very quickly, if I do something cool and you want a snapshot of it, if you can, just scroll over to the right of the video at the bottom and clip it. I get to see everything that people clip, which is really cool, and then that's how I turn it into shorts and content, which I would really appreciate. Finally, we still have our 25% off sale going on at alchemy.com. I just put out a new drum pack that will probably be going on for at least another week or so, but this is a very nice drum pack, and you can get it for 25% off. And if you use the code FUCKSUNO, FUKSUNO, then you can get another 10% off. Who just posted? Okay, ISO, you barely made it. Barely made it. Let's get through these quick play spells, and then I will hop into doing the other stuff. I think that we're here with Loof, and then we'll go from there. Very cool. I really like this, but obey the rules. 15 seconds, bro. Yeah, I think it's kind of nice. It's just kind of like a cool little tribal beat. Reminds me of like 90s stuff. Like getting ready to watch a sitcom or something. Reposting normalized version because I realized it would have been too quiet if you listen on stream. I get more views from my shorts than I do from my videos. Go fucking figure. Yeah, that was cool. I need a little more context, but it's nice. BB 2026, 70 BPM. I don't know how I feel about this because there's something up with it where maybe it's just that you're. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that you need more separation from your kick and your bass because right now it just feels flat. So either a longer sidechain or like add a crash or something over the kick. CNS to Bitwig drum sample. What does this mean? What does this mean? Chopped and screwed a bit, chopped and sampled. Bitwig drum sample and focus on the sound design aspect as well as resampling. I'm guessing that's what that means. Makes sense. Shorts gets pedaled way harder and people are more likely to click on them because of 80% of the line YouTube clips. Clip and saturate. I don't know. That's also a good guess. I think it's chopped and screwed. Or chopped and sampled or something. But yeah, I mean, YouTube is pushing shorts. And so like, why am I going to spend 15 minutes talking about like making a tutorial with like, usually it takes me like 2 or 3, sometimes 10 takes in order to record the thing since I don't do editing. And then, yeah, I could just like stream and make music and like do all the shit. And then anytime I do something cool, I'll just fucking post the clip and people can go watch the live stream. So it's like way more efficient. And I don't know, you could call it lazy, I suppose, but it does better for views. It doesn't do better for subscriptions. It also doesn't do better for monetization. But at this point, the game that I'm playing is trying to get members and trying to make sales on the site. And so like, I don't really care about ad revenue. In fact, shorts are better because they have like little to no ads, right? You might watch an ad in between, but you can watch the whole 1 minute clip and get something hopefully kind of valuable and then keep moving on. If you make a video about something is to make a clip that is intentionally vague and I don't do that. I just like, I might make the sound, but I'm not going to do some kind of gatekeepy shit. You know what I mean? Dude, your kick is completely stereo. Like, it's not gonna hold if you sum this to mono. Why is your kick stereo? What? What are you doing? Dog. What is up with you and kicks, man? Like, it just make a thump and then leave it alone. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why do you make this so hard on yourself? That's all I have to say about that. Don't tell me it's a fucking bug either. It's not. It's you just, you're overcooking it. This is all you, bro. Take responsibility. Very busy currently, so the last couple have been less production focused than I wished. Looks pretty mono on my meters. There's no way. Listen to this. There's no way that's mono. Either way, the kick is fried. It could be that there's some kind of phase cancellation that's happening. Yeah, it sounds like you're right, but whatever is happening in the stereo field is extremely noticeable. And so it could just be that there's a phase issue happening. It could also be that like you didn't treat the kick and that you stretched it out so far. Yeah, okay. So if you stretch out a kick like this, whatever is happening here is fucked. And then also, like, whenever you stretch a kick, you can't just stretch the kick out. Because, like, you lose the transient from this. So, like, one thing you can do is do something like this. This just creates a little bit of a separation. And you can actually make this a little bit louder. But this whole thing right here, just like, it fucks it up. And so, like, one thing I would say is probably time stretching your drums instead in a different way. If you're going to chop and screw something, okay, all right. So don't do it like this. I wouldn't recommend it. Let's say you want to stretch this out even more, right? I don't recommend doing it like this, where you stretch it out and then you pitch it down. Right? What I would do instead is repitch it. And then once you have the repitch, go back and slice the drums. Obviously, like, we pulled it out way too hard, but you can find a middle ground in between this. And then you can just do this and post this where you want it to. But even still, like, I don't like doing drum design like this. It's like, the artifacts on there just don't really bode well to... Sorry, I'm trying to walk and chew bubblegum. Probably do it like that, you know? And then you can do something like this. Like, this is what I would probably recommend, to be honest. Doing something like this, moving this off, as if I was going to make a new... Something like that. Then you can do something like... And then you can do something like... Sorry, I'm still going to go through these quick play spells, but... But this is how I would do something like with what you have, because this way, like, you're spinning it a lot more originally, but I feel like the integrity of the drums and you can find something else to... Yeah, you can get a little thing like this. Yeah. Something like that. But when you stretch out your kick too far, all of this and stretching out the transient begins to diminish the quality of it. Because it doesn't really, it just feels like a rumble. It doesn't really feel like a kick to me. Well, I mean, I wouldn't even say that I make it look easy. It's more so just the matter of like, I sit down and do this every day with audio mangling, right? Like I'm like, put audio in, do stuff to it. You know what I mean? It's like that's an incredibly useless skill. Well, it's useful for music production, but it's a useless life skill that I have dedicated way too much time to. And even then, I still struggle. That's yeah. Okay, very busy currently. At the last couple have been less production. Okay, I think that I already listened to this, or did I? No, I didn't. I don't remember it, but this is really nice. Yeah, this can go a lot of different directions. I think it's pretty nice. Okay, no, bro, look. Like there's no negative space in this. Like, okay, you said it. There's no negative space. If you know there's no negative space and you... Tony. Tony, what the fuck? Tony. This is why... Oh my god. I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna skip this. You know there's no negative space. But you want me to teach you how to make negative space. But you don't put negative space when we talk about negative space. You're a lost cause, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I do not know what to tell you. Dark Experiments 2026. It's a cool vibe. I just don't... What? Velvet, like... What's up with your kicks, dog? Why you make this so hard for me? You've seen me make a kick a billion times. Come on. I don't think that it's... never mind. Never mind. I love you all. I love you all. Okay, minus 3.5 loves. Maybe loud this morning. True. Holy Thomas the Train. This is actually pretty cool. It's very like... I like how mechanical it is, and I like the textures in here. It's a little sharp outside of just being loud. Like, loud is okay, but the mid-highs are kind of like, I think that it would be cool if it was techier, though. Because right now, there's a lot of moving over itself. And if you're going to, like, have these crazy aggressive sounds, in my opinion, I would use a bigger kick. To where it's like... Personally. Personally. It doesn't mean that you should, but yeah, it's like the higher end stuff has so much more presence than the low end. Or the low end percussion. And so if you had a kick that like bit through all of that, I feel like it would be pretty sick. I guess today we're talking about kicks. Anyways, if you guys want to submit a quick play spell, you can join the Discord, and at the beginning of every stream, I will roast your tracks. I really try not to roast unless if I say mean things to people in the Discord on their tracks, it's most likely because I've given the same piece of feedback like 50 times. I still love you, but there comes a certain point where it's like, and it's totally cool if you don't want my advice. but I feel like you want my advice if you submit. So, um, I don't know what to say. Brass. Are we talking like dystopian brass, or what are we looking at here? What do you mean by brass? Brass from the ass. It's like a crazy, crazy waveform. This one's got a lot in it. You got to be careful whenever you do this with shaper table. More techie, you mean more techie is in like the mechanical parts of your tail are too long. So like they overlap as opposed to making it like it feels like it's like this where it should be like that. Pretty much this. And then once you have it, you can send it through another weird kind of thing like this. Yeah, but you have to do it in stages. Like you can't just do you can't just do one at a time. You have to like do a few. Um, at least I think so. Like you can get away with maybe one if you just crank the heck out of the shaper table, but in my opinion, I think that the band pass along with the steps of this are the way to go. And then when it comes into like spacing and stuff, there's a lot of other things that you can do. So for example, you can use like short delays and just provide some feedback to this. For spacing, it's like a huge component to it isn't just reverb, it's convolution reverb, and changing the impulses will make a really big difference. I made them match, but you don't necessarily have to. You can do like, I don't know, modern church. Then you can do like, I don't know, I tend to go for big stuff. So Stairway University, probably something that's like a cathedral or, you know, whatever that has a big open, you know, theater stage maybe, but bigger things. And then you can use this to like tame it. Hey, Data Boom, what's up? If you want to bring back some of that high end without it, you know, being too crazy, then you can use an OTT. Just be careful with this band. But it's pretty brassy, I'd say. I mean, once you do the OTT thing, it weakens the overall sound, so you can drive it again with saturation. You can also layer up, so you can do like octaves. Pretty cool. Let me try something like this. Yeah, so that's one way to kind of create like that foghorn dystopian thing, and like it's a very powerful synth, but the problem with using something like this is you usually want to like keep it on its own, or throwing it through something like Beam is pretty fun too. So we just clip this. Beam. And then rather than randomize, I'm just going to randomize presets. The randomize thing is like borked, so I just would rather use other stuff. Donkey got a chip. What the fuck? It is toast in here. Thank you. Oh, if you want to. Set it for reworking the end deck.
Did you rework my deck?
I didn't rework your deck. What's your deck? You can. I'll rework it with you, but I'm not gonna do it for you.
Okay,
I think I don't. Why are you? No, stop. I'm on camera. I'm on camera.
No kisses.
Stop acting like my mom.
Oh my god.
Over here, like. I like when you scratch my head, but not when you go.
Tussle it.
Yeah.
No tussle.
Listen, I'm like a foot taller than you. Okay, like.
Rude. I'm 5'5".
Yeah, I'm like a foot taller than you. Okay. I love you.
You're 5'10".
5'11".
That's 6 inches taller than me. That's not a foot taller than me.
I said like a foot. I didn't say a foot. Okay.
That's 50% a foot.
I am a whole sub taller than you.
For a whole 6 inch.
A whole sub sandwich.
What I can do with 6 inches? I love you.
Oh, she's great. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, so, and then what's cool about this is like once you have this, you can start to change this into other stuff. So you could try something like a wavetable. You can also try like other fun stuff because sometimes like not keeping it in key is pretty sick. So if you do something like this, it can also be kind of insane. Getting into sound effects territory, but still very cool. I mean, well, yes and no. Like, it's a Brahm, you know what I mean? So it's like, doesn't matter. I mean, most, I guess, like a brassy synth or something is, in some cases, an effect and stuff, anyways. But cool. So. It's Corey's favorite. I can't stand it. Yeah, that should actually work. There we go. It's got a little thump to it now. gonna try some other kinds of distortion instead and see what I can get out of this. Pew pew pew. So you can do something with this, like have like post effects. A high pass filter or something. But then you can put other stuff in here, like, I don't know, an amp. Maybe like a convolution into the amp. What's a good plugin? Oh, dude, it's my favorite. It is my favorite. No, I just want the regular chorus. Regular coochie. Here we go. There we go, matey. Recently found out about 8TT, which is 8-band, could be the next out of Atlanta. You could. I think 3 is honestly enough. But I mean, yeah. If anything, one plugin that I am interested in, but I don't want to buy is Was it Kevlar or something? No, it's not Kevlar. It's the multi-band clipper. No, you like Alchem TT. No, I would prefer a fuse compressor on everything, but I use the Alchem TT so that way it's got its own ecosystem within kilohertz. What is it? Clev Grand? Something like that? The multi-band clipper? Kaga? You making a Bitwig drum rack pack? Not right now, but I will. I mean, Spectral Comp practically a 2000 something band if you set it up. Yeah, but the problem with Spectral is it provides a ton of latency. And because I've built an OTT in Bitwig with Spectral plugins, but there's a shit ton of latency and it provides a certain. No, it's not Kazero K clip. High wave. 626. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a multi-band clipper. No, it's when I throw up the drum rack thing like I was talking about the other day, it's going to be a free kit. It's just going to be a thing to help sell the Dominus pack. Talking about multi-band clipping, Polarity recently released a multi-band dynamics plugin which has a per band clipper. Yeah, I'm not talking about that either. Kind of wish that Bitwig hired him to make that though, because Bitwig could definitely use a native OTT. That's like the last mixing thing I think that is like essential. And I've built one, but it just doesn't quite sound the same. You plan on making like one rack or a couple? Probably just one. Well, I'll do one in Bitwig and then one in Ableton and just put them together as a little freebie package. Kind of like with the sample packs and stuff that I have for free on the shop.
If you're hungry, call it Bagleton.
Call it Bagleton?
Except Ableton.
Bagleton? Okay, that's pretty good. I didn't get it at first. She's over here like firing off these one-liners, and I'm like, I'm just not ready for that right. I just don't have it in me. I can get some multi-band effect filters.
State pedicure for this.
Oh, that looks nice. No, it's their compressors. They don't have multi-plan splitters have like 90 or something dB. It looks like it has 24 dB filters or something. Yeah, okay, yeah, the crossover. Sorry, I thought you meant something else. Yeah, the crossover makes it kind of wonky. Be more than happy to pay for a variety version if you're up for it. No, because I'm still working on it. Like, I don't have the time. I'm still working on the phase plant pack. K-Clip has multi-band clipper as well. You could try the demo version. It's not K-Clip. It's it's this Crafter. I knew it started with a K. Oh, I didn't know they also made Goldfoss. But yeah, multi-band clipping is probably something that would be extremely useful, and the fact that it's zero latency is really nice. But to be honest with you, like that's the only thing that I could imagine that I could be like, ah, maybe that might be cool. But if you all notice, I just use Bitwig's Clipper. It's so good. I was getting ready to make like a thick snare, and I was like, I don't think that I want to do that. I think that I think I probably just want to use two elements, and I think that I'm just gonna do a rim shot. I feel like you can easily make a multi-band clipper. I mean, you can, but but DSP is a thing. Yeah, exactly. Although I will say that the splitter is actually zero latency. I didn't know that, but the effect splitter is, yeah, it's a zero latency plugin, which is kind of cool. Yeah, right. Agreed. Actually, sounds pretty good. Hmm. Dilfer, guys. I'm not sure where my mind is at today. Dilfer. Yo, what's up, Nate? That sounds really good. There's a phase rotation on this, so like sometimes it sounds like it's smeared, but sometimes it like when it's on point, it sounds really good. You good? She's over here just going ham on the Goofy movie soundtrack, acapella version. It's pretty cute. She works from home on Fridays, so we get to semi hang out. I'm working and she's doing stuff, but we're in the same home. Talking about multi-band transient is underrated, I feel like. Well, stab is a thing. I'd say multi-band sidechaining is something that's slept on. It's global. I think you're dropping frames here, but it can't be my Wi-Fi. Also experiencing dropouts. Yeah, it's me. I think that I think it's okay for a bit. Should be good now, I think. Okay, we're close to where we want to be, which is nice. That's going to be insane. That's actually really nice. Yeah, it's stabilized. I'm looking at my frames right now. I think that because I'm streaming to both Twitch and YouTube, I'm using extra resources. Uh, but depending on if Corey's downloading or something, that might throttle it. But it's fine. Corey's downloading the latest update to Borderlands 4. Need a day or two break. Sound design after taking a break is so nice. I usually don't get bored of sound design. Well, the only time that I get bored of sound design is when I really want to write, but I can't find what I need, and I don't feel like doing sound design. That's a thing. But typically, like for the most part, just you know what I mean, chatting while I'm making shit. I think it's really good with a friend. Like her and I have had a really good time with it. The only problem with it is that I decided to buy it for crossover on Mac, and so I would only be able to get into the game like 30 minutes, and then it would crash repeatedly. And so I was like, I can't do this. Um, but we're looking at like a Steam Deck or something maybe to try to just find a way that her and I can both play. But it's really fun when you have another partner or you have someone else to do that with. Boom. That was pretty nice. Although I'm going to push it just a little bit more. Hmm. It's a little bit more high pitch, but it sounds pretty nice. Ow. Sorry. Okay, I don't know if I want to keep that or not, but I think I also took out the wrong one. Yeah, you see how this sounds like it's scuffing? We don't want that. We don't want that. That actually sounds like it's got a transient on it. Bigwig's on that fuck ass shit again. Jesus, man. But I'm gonna see if I can maybe find some other kind of like. What the hell was that? It's a long kick. Why does that sound like that? Oh, because the volume was turned up for some reason on that? Okay, well the drums sound good. Cool. All right. Now what are we gonna do? Now, what are we going to do? Bruh, what are you doing? It's like Alucard whenever he gets hit, he's like, bruh. It's pretty funny. Done. Got this ugly ass wavetable. Oh my god. Always and forever. Noise. What was that from? Napoleon Dynamite? Okay, so we're gonna grab an LFO here. We're gonna set this to all Alves Vitige. And we're gonna set it to do this. We're gonna set it to do this. We're gonna set it to do this. I'm gonna grab a gain based off of a percentage. Set this to 50. Saturator. Frequency shifter. Set this to like. Oh fuck. You. 300? 400? Satellite. Cool. I think I did this wrong. Yeah, I did. Fuck. Oh, no, I didn't. No, no, I did not. Yoink. 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 Yoinkity doinkity. Ha. Ha. Sweet. Trying this, this is going to be a little bit different, but it's okay. You feeling okay, honey? Babe? She must have headphones in. Because she's ignoring me. I don't think I'm going to do another Requiem. I thought about doing another Eternum. I might do another Eternum, but I don't think I'm going to do another Requiem. I heard some nice UK dubstep grooves lately, 7 BPM and snare with the UKG groove. Wait, what? What? Tons and tons of combs. Nobody make that joke. Nobody make that joke. Shut up. Oh, yeah, like that kind of shit. I wonder why. All right. We're just going to do it this way. This is much easier. To 1,000. Is this too fast or like what's going on here? See how this is not triggering sometimes? Why? That makes no fucking sense. Maybe it's just because when the band passes there, like it might just be a sine wave or something. That's the only thing I can think of. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm gonna move this one up to like 1,000 hertz, maybe here. Just set that one to positive. We use a ring mod. Dynamics. Long attack. Long release. I'll just use a regular compressor. Oops. This should be doing something every time, and for whatever reason, it's not. So maybe instead of this being here, maybe I can try the peak of this and try to push this through, so that way this will trigger whenever it just gets sound. Still triggering, but for whatever reason this gain isn't behaving the way that it should. That's so weird. Okay. Whatever. It still works, just annoying that it doesn't do something every time. We did it. It's Friday. It definitely is Friday. So because this is doing whatever, I'm going to do it this way instead. Envelope, no, LFO. Do. We're going to go into a remap, go into another remap. This will be here. This will be here. Maybe I set the triggers to go the wrong way. That could be it. But I don't think it is. But we'll see. We shall see. Burr, 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 burr. Burr, 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 burr. Low rider. Let's see if this works. Okay, so it's got to be something under the sea. What? How do you get that? Oh. No, that's still not doing the thing. Kiss the girl. Yeah, I don't know what that is. You ever seen so many undos that fast? Fast as fuck, boy. I'm gonna set these to opposites. See if that does anything. So this is just not cooperating. Hmm. No matter what I do, this thing won't fire through. Why? That's why. But now it's not doing it at all either. What the fuck? Shit is just busted. Like, what does that have to do with the threshold? The fucking threshold, if it's down, it won't retrigger. If it's here, it'll retrigger. If it's here, it won't retrigger. It's like, what? Whatever, I fixed it. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. What the hell was going on there for a minute? Sorry, guys. I don't know what the fuck was happening there. I don't know. How do I get down from there? This is why I make myself do this every once in a while, because I'll forget, and then there will be like some crucial step that I'll forget uh how to do, and then I'm just like, what the fuck? No. I did not want negative space. Yes, you did. You just don't know it. It doesn't matter. You're trying to make a bass track. Like you're dancing around the thing that's why I get so frustrated because you keep dancing around the thing that you need to fix, but you don't ever try to work on fixing the thing. And like I've shown you a billion examples, we've done lessons with it, and then like it's like you just straight up ignore whatever it is, whatever advice I've given, but then you come back and ask the same questions, and it's like right in front of you, dog. It's right in front of you. It is right in front of you. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. There we go. Lots of different sounds now. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna do something really fun here. I haven't done this before. Well, I have done it before, but it's gonna be pretty nice. So, fuck. We'll do 6. No. I think this is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this one I have to fix though. Here we go. Have you used CC sequencing on the hay packs? Could be cool. I have. I use that. I have a video on the drum rack in Ableton, but I don't like. I don't really work that way, so I like to show it conceptually and just be like, "Oh, hey, this is what this does." But um, aside from that, like, yes, I have, but I only really use the hay packs for and really the sequencer as well for just coming up with like random melodies or whatever. And then once I have something like that, I typically like just get it into audio and stop using the thing. And the reason why is because I tend to favor working in audio more than I do trying to like finagle with a controller. MIDI in general is sometimes really frustrating to work with, especially if you're doing effects that have like a lot of reverb and all that, but you need to have really fine control of um, space, I guess I would say. And so I tend to not, I don't use any MIDI controller or like any of my Electron stuff or any hardware as a performance tool. It's all just like for bouncing out stuff. And rather than try to assign something to a CC controller, I'll probably just um, use an LFO or something that's like something that keeps my hands free. If that makes sense. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see. Sometimes I like randomizing CC to come up with interesting sounds. I mean, you could randomize the CC, but the Iridium Core also just has random LFOs. So I just do that usually. TBH. It does. Well, it doesn't let you randomize it, but it you can create a sequence with it if I'm not mistaken. And I think that's it has like automation that you can do, and you can just like randomize that and twist knobs, which is kind of interesting. But um, for the most part, I'm just okay. Where are my hats? Yeah, we can just use these. Something like that. Hats. Gold all in my hat. Hat. Fuck, man. Fucking 2 Chains. All right. This is taking a long time, but it'll be worth it. Short ones. One more. Let me see how long this takes. Nope, too long. Yeah, I can use that one. How did I get that recording though? Okay, that took forever. Stabby. Doonka doonka doon doon doonka doonka doon doon. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Dooka dooka doo doo dooka dooka doo doo. Always retrigger. More Metroidvanias. Wish people made more Metroidvanias than they did roguelikes. Off topic, but have you seen Mariachi Legends? Yeah, that's the Spanish looking, or wait, the Mexican looking Metroidvania, right? Not Spanish. It has like Mexican mythology. It's a mid-side rack that adds different textures and stuff to it. And then we might not even use it every time, but it will just add some nice little side flavor. Sorry that took forever, guys. Was it worth it? Let me search it. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Is your fermentified yet? Yeah, I would if I make kicks out of this. It's just like starter stuff, you know? Probably a transient shaper. I'll just call it that. Drum gin. Go into this now, and now that we have all this other stuff, we can start changing certain things about it, like start whipping it up. One other thing that I can throw in here, which I'm not going to remake because it's going to take too long. I don't want to put that much more effort into this. I'm just going to borrow it, but I think that I did not save the rack. So I need to go and do that. Metal Schnee. Something like that. Or that thing said big hair metal. All right, we just need something like this, and we'll just call this Mecha Maca. Delete that. And what this will do is wait, what? Bro. What? There it is. I can modify it and stuff if I want to, but this is just a little delay resonator type thing, which is nice. Pretty neat. Now with this, we can grab a randomizer and this guy. Set this to always and forever. Yeah, so now we're going to get a lot of different drum sounds within this because of the resonator. Well, a lot of different, like, resonances? Fuck, I don't know. Extremely high effort percussion on this. But what's cool is now we can like throw this into something like Beam or whatever and get other shit. That was really cool. Strange percussion like that, you know. Is Beam broken like this for anyone else? Like I've tried updating this and it's just still like I probably need to reach out to Casey and that's cool. Wonder if it's Billig. It's cool. It's like a little gong. That was also cool. I really like that too. I'm gonna save this patch. This is actually really nice. I bet if I increased the distortion on this, we could probably get some like cool like industrial. Yeah. Like all that stuff is really cool. That was sick. This little like clink. Yeah, this is fantastic. These are just things that I can use for like creating cool either industrial or like uh really heavy dungeon-esque sounds or like taikos or stuff like that. So that's a pretty cool rack. I'll probably save this as well as maybe put fuse compressor through it or see if that does anything. Just save this as like a dungeon preset type deal. Hey, Elliot, what's up? Yeah, fuck, that's sick. Use a macro on this to adjust this back to its normal positioning. The ultra wave synth introduction? I don't believe so. What is it? Yeah, okay, so I like this, but the tail of this is holy fuck. Can't share links, but video is called Introducing Ultra Wave Synthesis. All right. Don't get me wrong, I really like that you're excited about it, but when people say it's going to blow my mind, I'm usually like, oh, I think I watched this. Oh yeah, this is just the wavetable uh thing. Nah, it's it's whatever. like the thing is having this amount of control over defining a waveform is cool, but the overall output with the way that I make stuff isn't really going to make that big of a difference. Like I'm perfectly fine with just the wavetable maker and phase plant. Um, but I mean, yeah, I think it's cool, but I didn't really think that it was all that incredible enough to be like, oh, this is really going to like change the game or something like that. But yeah, I did watch this. I think I watched this with chat a few weeks ago, and I had already forgotten about it. Unfortunately, the thing is like I look. Don't get me wrong. Like I really like being on cutting edge technology, and always knowing what comes out. But I've recently shifted into worrying about staying up to date with the latest and greatest and really just trying to work on myself and work on my music. I have all the tools that I need in order to make stuff, and it's very difficult for me to be like, oh fuck, I gotta have that. And sometimes stuff does come out, and I'm like, oh, I gotta do it, But for the most part, it's like my channel. I don't know if you all have noticed or not, but my channel is becoming less and less about sound design and more about like just improving myself, improving my musicianship, my songwriting, improving the actual music on the channel. And I think that there are a lot of other great channels. Data Broth was just in here. He might still be here, but people like him, and not saying that his music is bad or anything, but that is really dedicated towards like showing off the latest and greatest plugins and stuff. I do have some stuff that's coming out, but yeah, I just like I want to make better music. I don't want to I don't want to be a tutorial factory. And the stuff that I do review, it's either because I really like it or because somebody reached out to me and is like, "Hey, do you want to review this?" But I mean, there's always stuff to get. There's always new things, and I think that I haven't made music in a few years now. No, no, I was saying that your channel is like really a really good go-to for um like what's coming out, or new plugins, new stuff because you sit down and you just fiddle with it for a couple of hours or hour or so and like but you do it multiple times and I find myself doing that less and less these days. I think Zebra 2 or Zebra 3 was the last thing that I did and I got all kinds of tribalism from that and I wasn't really feeling that and that was just one of those markers of like I don't want to fucking deal with this. And I don't care enough to yeah, I don't really care enough to try to impress anyone with that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, and you deal with it too. Like I remember coming into your stream a few years ago and someone was like, "What is this? It's just fucking noise and stuff." And you're like, "You know what I mean?" And like I guess you're going to get that anyways no matter what you do, but I think that yeah, I'm more selective on the tools that I want to use these days. And if I can just have like a toolbox of like a small amount of stuff, then it really helps me get past the technical of what it is that I'm trying to do and helps keep me into maintaining the musicality side of things. Um, and don't get me wrong, I love learning, but like I, man, I just don't need anything else. Buy new shiny things, making myself believe I really need this to do amazing stuff. I mean, some things have really changed my production. Like, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't the stuff that I thought was going to. For example, like fuse compressor, that changed a lot for me. Like there is a extremely noticeable difference in the quality of my music when I started using that versus um I used to just not use OTT or use any upwards compression at all whatsoever, and then I was like, "Oh, that kind of makes a big difference." I mean, I used it for a while and then I was like, "I'm not going to use it anymore." And then I started using it again and I was like, "What the fuck?" So there's that, but yeah, I don't know. It's like, what do I need? You know, I need drums, I need bass, and some cool ways to come up with some interesting timbres and stuff. And having this like super finely controlled wavetable maker that is like beyond, you know what I mean? I think it's cool technology by all means, but I just don't really feel like it's all that necessary. I mean, between like morphing a wavetable, I think that's the big thing is even just having a partial maker, or not a partial maker, but a harmonic editor is uh, is pretty much everything you need, you know? The only thing that I could think of, it's not quite as extreme as Fuse, but it's really nice multiband with more of a glue quality. But I think it doesn't, I think X6 doesn't do both upwards and downwards. I think it only does one or the other, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but this, like, the only thing that I could think of that this, you know what I mean, needs or like could be improved on is just zooming, is just this. I didn't even realize that. Wait, you can even do the in-betweens? Oh no, you can't. It's just on a grid. But like this is sound. Well, as far as like frequency content goes and harmonics go, like this is everything you need. Which is why it's not a replacement for Fuse, but still quite impressive. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, but yeah, like having a harmonic editor like this, like a wavetable maker, you don't need anything else. I don't need anything else personally. I do like that sometimes like there are like effects and whatever to some extent, but honestly, if you know what you're doing, you can make whatever it is that that other synth would be making or what like because it's a waveform. Like a waveform can't really be anything other than that. You know, you can get some really complicated stuff or whatever, but like have you heard of Argent compressor? I have. That's the Doom compressor, I think, right? That somebody made. But I mean, yeah, like just and like no matter what you do to this shit with harmonic series or, you know, morphing or filtering or whatever, at the end of the day, like it's still going to be some kind of shape that can be represented on this. I will say Zebras, that's probably the coolest thing about Zebra 3 is they've got some like really interesting effects that you can do to their, what is it, spline morphing, spline synthesis, what the fuck ever. Um, but that's also a mixture of like they can also incorporate like additive stuff. I could do bath shit to make it slap. I don't think it's necessary. Like like I said, if you know what you're doing, you don't need it, but it's a hot fix. You know what I mean? Like why does the Doom compressor sound good? Yeah, me too. I agree. I do like seeing additive engines and stuff. I don't think that we have enough compared to everything else. More additive synthesis, like more optimized stuff in that department I think would be great. And I think that Zebra is probably the best additive synth on the market. That being said, I'm not going to talk about Zebra 3 anymore, but yeah, it does some really cool shit as far as that side of things. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's still like if you bounce it out into audio, it's still going to become a waveform though, and that's just synthesis 101. Um yeah, so what does a Doom compressor do? What is it supposed to achieve? It's meant to bring stuff that is at like minus 400 dB and bring it right up to zero. Not all waveforms are possible in wavetables. The only thing that I can think of is maybe like noise. Because if you use a wavetable and you create all, like you have all harmonics, it's not going to create white noise. So maybe noise variance. But if you have phase modulation, then yeah, like the territory becomes like smaller and smaller, you know? The thing about additive is that with the sine waves and all of that, it's almost like a higher resolution of building waveforms. And there's also this physical property to additive stuff, but I feel like that's based off of creating resonances and all of that gives it those weird but interesting sounds. And not only that, but I do think that, you know, the major difference between using something like a wavetable versus, a virtual analog or like an additive thing is that like the power of the sound itself just feels a lot more. Um, yeah, yeah, I get that, but it's I don't know, it's definitely different, but is it so different that it's going to make a huge impact on someone's music? That's not for me to answer. That's for someone else to figure out. And then there's spectral synthesis, and who besides AU5 and color-based producers about those care about those? Well, spectral synthesis can be cool in the right hands, you know. Um, it was a thing before AU5 got big and before color-based was even a thing. Like if you recall, what is it? Alchemy, not me, but the synth from Camel Audio before they sold their company to Apple. There was a lot of cool stuff that you can do with the spectral synth and Harmor, right? Like actually, Harmor was a big deal even before Alchemy, that a lot of people were doing really experimental things with back in the day. I think that a lot of spectral synths today have an annoying characteristic about them where they all sound lasery. But not every spectral synth sounds like that, especially the older ones. Like even to this day, there is nothing like Harmor. And that's why FL is pretty fucking crazy because there's just nothing like Harmor. It just doesn't it's still in a league of its own. Anything that's spectral otherwise does not stand up to it. It just has a thing. Um and I don't care who you are, no matter how much people talk shit about Ableton or FL or whatever DAW, like you really can't dismiss how fucking cool some of FL's plugins are. Harmor was the backbone of. I, no, I don't agree with that, but I do think that it pioneered a lot of stuff. Have you tried Uzu? Um, I have not. If I have, you would probably know about it. Can't you use Harmor and Bitwig if you have a PC? Not if you have a Mac. Actually, I don't even know if. Yeah, I don't even know. Even if you buy FL on Mac, if um, you can use it as a third-party plugin. Such a bummer they never released Mac compatible hardware. I know, they just totally gave up on it. But you can use FL as a plugin? That's so frustrating. Ugh. Let me use FL as a plugin just so that way I can use hardware. Ugh. That just. All of the contact and reactor trauma is coming back to me. I'm sure it works fine, but I just don't want to do that. But those are VST2s. Yeah, like dude, if ImageLine came out with Harmor and Maximus, hell, even Vocodex, I would buy all of those. I don't know about full price, but I'd buy them because they're phenomenal plugins. Like Maximus, I know that there's like the 3x band or whatever that you can get from Melda, but it's not the same. I remember trying to figure this shit out in like 2020 and being like, oh, whatever. And that's when I was trying to do drums and all that other stuff. But yeah, they stopped selling all that shit. And, but it's great technology, insane technology. And, you know, that's one thing that you can never talk shit about FL for. Yeah, they took most of their plugins off the market, except for like a couple of things. Yeah, Citrus is cool. But no, dude. Neuro was pioneered off of like Moog. It was like, yeah, dude. Like you can't really say that it was pirate like that. Harbor was the backbone of Neurobase. Like, no, man, that's just not, dude. No. Um, Moog and sampling and resampling was the heart of that. And I would even say like all the stuff that Noisia was doing, like they were in Cubase and they were just sampling fucking like random shit and doing crazy stuff that was a mixture of like anything and everything that they had access to. They should have called it Physio Bass. I think it was Dan Worrell that had this really cool description of like not even just neurobase, but bass in general. And he was like, "There's bass that you feel, and there's bass that you hear." And so the whole thing with like neurobase is, I think that it has like a very technical, um, mindfuckery aspect to it that you know just has a triggers an interesting brain response. Asteroids by Suda is one of the coolest remixes. I seem to remember an old video where they pinned a piece of paper against a woofer. So yeah, that was because everybody was asking them on Dogs on Acid, and they were like, "How we made this bass?" And they put, you know what I mean, the paper thing. A lot of 2006 era producers used to sing and praise Harmer in FM8. Probably Belaine would be the only person that I can think of. Because Belaine was, I think Belaine is the only 2006 guy I know that was in FL Studio. And obviously, like he pioneered quite a bit of stuff, but yeah, I still wouldn't call it the backbone. You know what I mean? Like that's such a bold statement, which it doesn't really matter. I don't even care if I'm right or wrong. I'm like, I don't know about that. That's a pretty big claim. If I'm not mistaken, I think that Cursa was in Ableton or was in Ableton, was, and you know, he pretty much pioneered neuro hop, but nah, man, like massive. Russian scene was super deep in FL though. Yeah, perhaps, but I guess I'm just talking about Harmer came out in 2011. Oh shit. Oh no. Argument out the window. I don't actually know, but this is popcorn worthy. No, it's fine. It doesn't really matter, you know. But uh, yeah, I think that it was definitely like just Moog, and I don't know, when did Massive come out? 2008, 2010. Oh, okay. So this is a big deal. October 16th, 2006. So, I mean, yeah, the like this, well, also Raw Tech, right? And I believe they were all in Cubase too. 2013 is the time where like super duper mega heavy neuro was basically everywhere. Well, that's when like neurohop became a thing, you know? And it wasn't just exclusive to drum and bass anymore. Can you believe that we're talking about shit that's like 12 years old, 13 years old? 2013 was 13 years ago. Oh my god. I was 21. 22? I was 22 in 2013. 2013 was when I started fucking making music. Oh my god. Holy shit. I'm old. Fuck. Fucking old geezer making fart noises. It's not a bad life, but yeah. How geezer? Maybe Alchem Unk. Oh shit. Uncoming? Yeah, something like that. Just put the OTT on the bass, bro. What bass? I haven't even made a bass today. I do like this though. This is a pretty nice little like. Put the fries in the bag. Geezer Butler of Black Sabbath invented proto neurobass. What? Do what? Remember that bloke in England was poking holes in his guitar case? Why did you? Was that a typo? Oh my god! Why did you spell it like that? I don't know. I'm older than you. Calling 30s old is such a way to just cut out all the fun of your own life. People are barely recognizing. Yeah, but you don't know where I come from. Like, and also in my world, in the circus world, 30 is fucking old. Raise your hand if you're 40. Like, but also, like, whatever I make out of life, is what I make out of it. It's just can't really be helped. Yeah, that's really fucking funny. England. England. I'm turning 25 this year. I still make shit music. Suit yourself, I guess. Yeah, I've already thought about it. Nihilism is an excellent way to cope with life.
Donuts is an excellent way to go.
Donuts are an excellent way to cope.
I had cake today. I had coping cake. I had cope cake.
Cake for the cope.
Yes, I let you. I'm gonna go to work, but I'll be back. So okay.
Okay.
And then we play Riftbound later.
Wait, you're gonna go to work?
No, just jump in live.
Oh, okay.
And then we play maybe Mario Kart a little bit, and then you get mad, and then we do Riftbound.
Okay. Yeah, I have to leave in like an hour and a half. But I'll only be gone for like an hour and a half.
You smell good.
Thank you. England was 100% intentional, by the way. I'll tell you what. Okay, what are we doing next? Oh, honey. I left the door wide open. Put the fan on. Have you all done your squats today? Yo, I started doing one set of 40 sumo squats and one set of 100 leg lifts per day. I feel amazing. Neuro 808, that's not a thing. Yeah, I don't necessarily. Maybe I'll just like delve into like musical stuff and I'll just leave this project to come back to. Because I'm not very inspired to write like just bass riffs. Which I could, but yeah. Yeah. Wait, I already have a template for this. Why am I? There we go. Yeah. No. Do I not have an instrument selector on here? I'm sure I do in Ecclesia. Templates. Ecclesia template. Black, simple, harmonic, harmonize. Oh, that's for bass stuff. Plug keys, bellify. That is also not what I'm... Wait, is it in Requiem? Filter gen. No. Music factories. Table, melody, template. Here we go. If you make an 808 and you send it through a neuro rack, you're just going to get a square wave because there's not enough harmonics to make interesting stuff happen. So you might as well just make a noise bass, but then by the time you make a noise bass, it's not an 808 anymore. No, I don't want to do analog. I'm going to do a wavetable. I don't want to do an analog. I want to do a wavetable. Grab this. Envelope. Set this to always. Physics. Physics kind of lame. IMO. What? Physics are fucking dope. Why can't we teleport? Till you fall on your ass and it hurts real bad. Dude, my face is so dry. I don't know about you guys, but like finding musical instruments to design is like one of the hardest things to do for me because you want to find an interesting hook, but it's also super easy to overcook it with effects like delay and reverb and shit because you're trying to make it sound as good as possible when you just need to like find something to make the thing out of. Transient Shaper is the Clipper's little cousin that had his mom. What's the places? Okay. Sure. Mm. a Widom. Fuck, man. Your typos are top notch today. Let's try some beam. See if we can get something interesting out of this. This is like fantastic for IDM. Wizard Dome. I like Widome better. Just it's like a little kid with a speech impediment. He full of wisdom. Cooler Wizard Tower. As a drone, this is incredible. But I'm trying to find something musical out of it. This is a really strong chord. I have no idea what you mean by that, but I'm not going to entertain it. That's pretty sick. Minus the whatever is controlling this. Okay, that's pretty dope. So fuck. Try it again. Fucked it up again. God damn it. One more time. Hello? Fuck. He kind of like the hi-hat guy, just juxtaposition of these notes are really nice because like we have fifths that are playing, and then we also have this going from uh one semitone up and down, and so like it just sounds really nice to me. This is just the intro. Like this is what I would call a jam, right? So as of now, I'm just putting the pieces together and trying to build the world. Faceplant, please. Can I fucking pull a patch up? Jesus Christ, dude. What is Bitwig and Faceplant and Fab Filter's deal? Like, they're just... Why do I keep typing E? Does anybody else have this problem? Like... It's stuck. It's completely borked. Oh, so it's not just me. Is it like indexing? Do I have too many patches or like what the fuck? Freeze plant, that's pretty good. I can't even type this out. Also, I'm typing A and it's putting in E. Like I at first I thought I was making a mistake, but I'm literally typing A.
Recording to logbook.
I don't fucking know what's going on with that. Yo, thanks for the follow, K Rock. I appreciate it. I think I actually still have the patch, isn't it? Was it in that group? Yeah, maybe I could just do that. What the fuck? You start naming patches after bread. I think I was like really into dead cells at the time, and so instead of naming it dead cells, I named it bread cells. I mean, my DSP should be fine. I should be able to run whatever the fuck I want on this computer. The fuck? The white noise? Make the Ford chime? Can you stop telling me what to do? Stop telling me what the fuck to do. Punch you in your dick and it'll make you say ooh. To a barrel roll. Pressing Alt F4 gives you a random faceplant patch. But why would I want that? Yes, I do. Because there's no default tracks, so I just have minicap in every instance of FacePlan as it's the most commonly used thing. And that way I can just go to the recording thing and be like, oh, it's already ready to go. Alt and F4 does not create a random patch. See how I spell my words cool? It's because I make halftime. I feel those tones in my jaws. I feel those tones in my jaw. I know bad man in the tone. I know bad man in the city. Wait, in the country. Doesn't work. Because FacePlan exists? I'm scared to click another one. That'll work. Dip punch record. Dip punch. You trying to get that dip punch, playboy? Hey, playboy. You trying to get that? It was just a sample that was fuck, I don't know, man. I mean, I've had this for a couple years. I wouldn't necessarily buy it, but someone bought it for me and it sounds great. Dang, that was the melody for like the very first dubstep song I ever wrote. Holy fuck. Memory lane. Oh, okay. Fuck you, Apple. $13 years ago. I heard something else in here that was really nice. Da, 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 da. Yeah. It's not a tabla. How many ringtones you make this year? Fucking none? Ooh, that's so nice. Yeah, that tabla sound is actually the melody. patch. It's mostly just a sine wave that's FMing another sine wave. Minicap, same guy. I just use the free version. I want it to be a little bit crunchier. do need to go. Unfortunately, I'm having a great time jamming out to this. Maybe we can work on it tomorrow. Does anybody have any questions about anything before I dip out? I was starting to lose track of time, but I do really like this, and I think that there's a lot that I can do with it. We've got some like stuff like that. We've also got some of those like interesting textural stuff. I think that it's just a matter of putting it all together. Well, I made drums at the beginning of the stream. Oh, it's the same way. You just, yeah, it's right next to like save and all that. Yeah, if you guys saw anything cool in here, do me a favor and clip whatever. It'll help me with shorts. I feel like there was a lot of valuable stuff that I did in here that would be good, not only for tutorials, but also discussion stuff. But I may look through the video, see what you made. Yeah, I'm sorry too. Fridays are a little bit of a time crunch for me because I have to run up to the gym and teach one of my students. He does tricking and all that. I got to work with him. I really enjoy working with him, but it's at a weird, awkward time that usually overlaps when I stream. But guys, for martial arts and tricking, like I do privates for $100 because I've got so much time and experience in it. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm gonna go make $100. Plus, I love doing it. So, yeah. Still a Sifu. I just don't advertise it anymore. But anyway, much love, guys. I gotta run, and I'll catch you all later. And I don't even know what kind of beat I want to make out of this, but I really like it. And if anything, it's a cool like ambient jam that I can like sample from or pull from and then turn it into something else. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. All right. Much love, guys. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you later. Bye, everyone. Like the video, subscribe, alchemy.com, 25% sale, clip stuff. Thank you. Love you.